Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Huck. Today I wanted to talk to you about books that are being released in April. So there are actually quite a few books coming out in April, not as many as March because March was crazy, but I was looking at some books that are coming out in April and I'm pretty excited about them, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to buy any of these because I'm trying to restrain myself and not buy millions of books. So in order to satisfy my excitement about these books without actually buying them myself, I thought I would share them with you guys and tell you about these books that are being released in April. So most of the books that are coming out in April seem to be released on April 10th. I don't know why that's like the prime day to release a book, but pretty much all of these books that I'm going to talk about, except one, are released on April 10th, which is tomorrow. So if you're interested in any of these, you don't have to wait long. So the first book that I'm going to talk about is Searcy by Madeline Miller, who also wrote The Song of Achilles. I haven't read The Song of Achilles, but I have heard really good things about it, and both of these are books that are based on Greek mythology. So Searcy is another character from Greek mythology. Searcy is the child of a god, but she does not have godly powers, although she discovers that she has witchcraft instead. But threatened by the powers that she develops in witchcraft, Zeus banishes her to an island, but while on this island she is able to hone her witchcraft and also crosses paths with many other characters from Greek mythology such as Odysseus. I'm really looking forward to this book because I've been wanting to read more witchy books, so I'm excited about that, but also I love Greek mythology. I was a classical studies minor when I was in my undergrad. When I was younger, I loved reading like the Iliad and the Odyssey and the Aeneid and all of those old classic myths and epic poems and everything. So I love seeing retellings of those stories. And as I said, I haven't read The Song of Achilles, but I've heard really good things about it, so that's making me feel optimistic about Searcy. And this one is coming out on April 10th. The next book that I have is Isle of Blood and Stone by Mikiaya Lucier. I'm not sure how to say the first name. It's M-I-K-I-I-A. So I'm very sorry if I said that incorrectly. I was trying my best. Isle of Blood and Stone follows Elias, who is a map maker. Her father was also a map maker, but he died years ago protecting two princes who were ultimately murdered. Then Elias discovers two maps that look like they were made by her father, but she has never seen them before, and they have riddles on them that seem like they're pointing to that something was off about what happened to her father and the princes, and that it may not be what it seems. So Elias has to figure out what these riddles are leading to and what is the truth. I think this one sounds like it will be a cool mystery, and also I'm really hoping that this book will have some really excellent maps in it, because if she's a map maker, there gotta be great maps in the book. So I'm really looking forward to that, and this one also comes out on April 10th. And the next book is Beyond a Darkened Shore by Jessica Leek. This follows Kiara, who is a princess whose kingdom is constantly at war with the Northmen. Kiara has the ability to control people's minds, but she also sometimes gets prophetic visions. She receives one of these visions which points to a future threat which may be greater than anyone they have faced before, and she is forced to team up with a Northman to save all of their people from this future threat. I think that this one sounds like it'll be really cool, like she has some really cool powers. I'm interested to see what that dynamic will be like when she has to team up with someone who she has been enemies with for so long. And this one also comes out on April 10th. And the next book is The Diminished by Caitlin Sage Patterson. This is a dual perspective book that follows two main characters, Bo and Vi. They live in a world where everyone is born with a twin, except for very few who are single born. Anyone whose twin dies is said to be doomed to descend into madness. So as I said, there are two main characters. The first is Bo, who is one of the few single-born who was born into a royal family and a life of privilege. And our other main character is Vi, who was born with a twin, but her twin died in infancy, so Vi is doomed to this life of one of the Diminished. As one of the Diminished, she now is working in a temple and leads a very rough life. But a secret may come to light that could change the Empire forever and bring these two very different characters together. So this one I was especially interested in because of this idea of everyone being born with a twin, and that if your twin dies, then you are one of the Diminished, and that it kind of takes a piece of you away. It reminded me of I think it's Plato's theory of what soulmates are, because Plato had this story or theory that all humans were born with 2 heads, 4 arms, 4 legs, that essentially they were like 2 people fused together at the back. What happened is the gods got jealous of them and cut them apart so that they became 2 separate people. So now humans live their entire lives searching the earth for their literal other half, this other person that was a piece of them. And so this story, the premise of it, kind of reminded me of that, so I'm really interested to see what that premise looks like when it's fleshed out into a whole book, because it sounds really cool. And this one also comes out on April 10th. And my last book on this list is Sky in the Deep by Adrian Young. This is a Norse-inspired fantasy which follows Eline. Her clan is constantly at war with other clans, but one day while in battle warring against another clan, she sees her brother among the opposition. But her brother died 5 years ago, and so she is trying to figure out what happened. Did he actually die? And if he did not actually die, why is he now among the enemy? While she's trying to figure all of this out, another clan, which everyone thought was merely a myth, attacks. And all of the other clans who used to be warring against each other may have to band together to fight against this greater evil. I'm excited for this one that it has a Norse-inspired premise and world. I loved Norse mythology also as a kid, and I like that setting that could create a really interesting magical world. It sounds like it will have a lot of action and battle scenes, and that it will be a pretty brutal story, but I think that it sounds like it'll be a really cool one, and I'm excited about this one as well. It comes out on April 24th. So that is it for the April releases that I am very excited about, but probably won't be able to buy for a while. So this has been cathartic to tell you all about them and my excitement for these stories. Let me know if you are going to be reading any of these books or which one sounds most exciting to you. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye!